Hi everyone. My name is Elizabeth. If you don't know me, my name is Elizabeth. I'm here to actually talk to you about something that really inspired me to do this video. I hit a revelation this past weekend and I had to share it. Even this morning, I was like, I got to do something. I got to say something. And what it is that what it means to have a wonderful teacher who teaches you and who knows you, and or at least knows up to your tricks of trying to do shortcuts or that you don't have enough tools, or at least you have to be reminded of the tools that you have in your tool chest to learn a piece. Now, I want to start by saying that I am an adult student. So what does that mean? It means that I started playing harp as an adult. I started in my 40s. When I hit 40, that's when I took harp lessons. Prior to that, I had not been doing any kind of, I've played maybe a little guitar. I would accompany my dad on classical guitar, and I would play the chords. And I played maybe when I was and it was 1978, I played the auto harp. But I'm mostly a singer. I also sing in the choir. So I've had some touch with music, and I feel I'm musical. But I am sight reading is still a struggle. So this video really is dedicated for those of you who are not, in a conservatory, who has studied in a conservatory. I haven't, although my teacher is a teacher in a conservatory. But I take private lessons with her. And prior to the pandemic, I was basically just kind of going over other songs I've been doing. Actually, I should say during the pandemic, I've been doing songs that I had done before, just kind of reviewing them, but just playing them and enjoying them. But then now the holidays are coming up, and next month is going to be Christmas for those of you who celebrate. And so it means Christmas music. So I and starting now so that I can kind of get really warmed up and so I can play nicely at my church. That's what it's for. But one of the pieces that I really wanted to do and I didn't do, hadn't done in a while, or haven't done at all, is What Child Is This? And the other one, it's also named Green Sleeves. So I mentioned this to my teacher, and because the songs that I had in my books were not really that great. They weren't that deep. They were nice, but not that deep. So my teacher gave me a 2-sheet piece of Green Sleeves. And okay, so when I looked at this, okay, it's backwards. Probably looks backwards to you. But anyway, if you're someone like me who was like, just when you look at a piece, you're like, holy cow. That was my response to this. Holy cow. Because I was like, this looks amazing, but it also looks pretty hard. So, but my teacher gave it to me because she said that I was ready for it. And I believe her. And I believe her because this woman has been playing for over 30 years and she's fabulous anyway. So I believed her and I was like, all right, let's do this. Okay, so what else should I mention before I tell you the whole story? The other thing is that as an adult student, I tend to make things difficult for myself. If you relate to this, that's fabulous because then you know what I'm talking about. I get like my mind just goes it's supposed to be, this is art. I have to tell my mind, this is art. And yes, it is hard work, but still, we're supposed to be enjoying this. But my brain is just like, oh, but you don't know what you're doing. What are you doing there? It's just that kind of confusion. And sometimes I have to quiet the noise down. But it gets in and out. So anyway, by approaching this song, the way I approached the song was I was just starting to play both the left hand and the right hand. So the harmony and the melody. And it took me a good hour and a half for just 4 measures. Yep. So I was like, okay, I figured, well, the positive thing I can say is that those chords were really, really long stretches for my fingers. But by the end of the hour and a half, I was able to stretch. And then the next day I was like, no problem. But I was still at 4 measures. So I talked to my teacher and we were going to have a lesson, and we had a lesson on Sunday. So we had a lesson on Sunday and I showed her what I did. And remember, I had 4 measures only. So she proceeded to say to me that, or remind me that there are other tools in my tool chest in order to get this song moving. Make a long story short, she just said to me, if you can't do the notes, if you can't play the song or play the notes with your right hand and your left hand together, why don't you use your right hand and do it only? And then with the left hand, if you feel the left hand is a bit too much, and since we're trying to do this for Christmas, why don't you just play one note with the right hand? Make it simple for yourself. Simplify. Break it down a little so that it won't be so hard. Okay. So when I did this with her, what I did in a half an hour, I could have finished the whole piece, because what I did with her in about 10 minutes, I was already at the bottom of the page. I was already playing the chords, and I played the single note on the left hand. It all in one page. Oh, done, one page. And then I should probably mention that after the lesson, which was the next day, I decided to go over the piece again, and I got to, using the same method that my teacher had told me to do, I got to the bottom of the next page. It was only 2 pages. Good Lord. I was just like, what? So, I mean, it's not perfect, but now that I have the tools to do this, I'm already excited. I mean, okay, I'm going to work on it, but now I'm excited about doing another new piece. The thing is that my teacher was saying, she says, you have to learn how to start a new piece. That's important, because I'm spending a lot of time, I mean, time wasted, in an instance, in just doing individual notes, I should just sections, or maybe just measures of notes. So I felt like an idiot, but that's okay. It felt exciting to have that. When you have a teacher that does that, she fusses and she gets and she's tough and she's picky, and then you feel like, oh God, oh man, like, oh geez, well at least I did this. And she just recognizes the potential I have. I suppose if you're a teacher to nice person, but also who's tough on you and says to you that you can do this, it really is a testament of a fantastic teacher. I mean, I have to do it. Adults, kids, yes, but adults, whereas some of us, maybe we are new to like reading notes, and we're still not getting the idea of the tool chest, using the tools in the tool chest. And that's another reason why I feel like I have to do this video, is because my teacher also, she reminds me, because sometimes it takes a while for it to click. And then it's when it clicks, then it's a revelation, and it's like, oh yes, I got it. So anyway, I want to thank you so much for listening to this video, watching this video. I really, really, really had to share this with you, because this is what makes music like really, really exciting to do. It's a lot of work. Yeah, you got to sit and you gotta keep playing it, and there's some repetition involved so that you can, get it in your fingers and then that you can allow the next step to happen, which is your dynamics and stuff. And even in my case, it would be some nice improvisation. But this is the feeling I get now. I don't, normally sometimes I would kind of dread to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to learn a new song, and how is this going to be? But I just go for it. But this time around, now, I don't know. It's sky's the limit, because the thing I want to do is I want to grow my repertoire. I want to be in a band, and I want my teacher to be in the band too. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that it helped you. But I just want to say thank you, teachers, and you're the best. Thanks.